Okay, so first we see that Mr. Wang, Mrs. Wang, and Grandpa arrive home. It looks like they've been on a trip or they've been out. Maybe they've been away and they've left the kids to just look after things for a day, maybe. And Mr. Wang calls out, "Kids, we're home."
Oh.
Okay.
A classic line when you enter the house, we're home.
Yeah, everybody.
And that's when the kids hide what they're doing if they're doing something wrong.
Yes, kind of all the broken things get pushed under the carpet or the rug.
They don't need to know. But then we see in the picture Mrs. Wang also says, "Oh my, what happened?"
Oh dear.
Oh, so we sometimes use the phrase, "oh my," to show that you are surprised about something, or sometimes if you're a little unhappy about something. Now, we can pair it with other words too. Sometimes people say, "oh my goodness," or "oh my God."
OMG, exactly. So, but what is it that's made her say this? We see in the picture that Mac and Cheese, that's their two dogs, are looking very sad and hungry. Maybe they're holding their bowls, which are empty, like, kind of thing. And Mr. Wang, he says, "Mac and Cheese look really hungry." Those poor doggies.
I don't know. I guess Mr. and Mrs. Wang and Grandpa weren't there to feed them, but Mrs. Wang also says, "we were only away for 2 days."
2 days.
Okay, so now 2 days of not eating, that's not great.
No.
Now, we use the word away here in the sentence. It's an adverb. It's spelled A-W-A-Y, away. Let's take a closer look at it now. If someone is away from work, home, or school, then they are not in this place. Now, here are some examples. People go away on holidays, or they could be away from school because they are sick, or they could be away from work because they're on a business trip. Here's another example sentence. Tony is away on vacation right now, but he'll be back next week. One more time. Tony is away on vacation right now, but he'll be back next week.
So yeah, only 2 days away, but the poor dogs are hungry. Mrs. Wang says, "didn't the kids feed them?" Okay, we see the word feed there. It's a verb. It's spelled F-E-E-D, feed. The past tense and the PP are just fed, F-E-D. So, I feed you, I fed you yesterday. Now let's find out what that word does mean by looking at our next word power section. To feed means to give food to a person or an animal. So you often need to feed a baby because they can't eat themselves. You feed an animal by putting food in their bowl or something like that. Here's an example. Stacy feeds her pet cat twice a day. Stacy feeds her pet cat twice a day.
Okay, so we saw that the dogs are looking hungry. They're also looking sad. But in the next picture, we're going to find out something else that's a little bit yucky. All right, so in the picture, we see Grandpa stepping in some dog poop.
Oh, no.
And he says they didn't walk the dogs either. Uh-oh. Now, when you walk a dog, you take it outside of the house to get some exercise and use the bathroom outside of the house. Otherwise, they go inside and then you step in it and
no one wants that.
Bad.
Yes. Now, of course, when you take them outside, you need to then pick up the dog poop and put it in a bag and put it away in the right place. So it looks like the kids haven't done any of this. Mrs. Wang is pretty angry. We see her shout, and it's all in capital uppercase letters, "Kids, get downstairs now!" Oh, that kind of shouting always takes me back to my own childhood. Get downstairs! Okay, now downstairs here, we're using it as an adverb, okay? It can be used as a noun or an adjective. Here, it's modifying a verb, so get. Now, as a place, downstairs means the floor below, at the bottom of some stairs. When we use it as an adverb, we're using some kind of verb with it. Come downstairs, go downstairs, get downstairs, walk downstairs, and it just means to move yourself from the higher level of the building to a lower level. If you yell, get downstairs now, it means the kids are likely up in their rooms, hiding from the bad situation, and the angry mom wants them to come down so she can yell at and punish them. She's in charge, so she won't go upstairs to them. The kids must come downstairs to her.
That's right. All right, so let's find out what happens next. We see this scenario here. It says, Paige and the twins appear. They look worried. Good reason to as well. They didn't take care of mac and cheese. But Paige speaks up first. She's the oldest. She says, "Hi, everyone. Did you have a good trip?"
Oh, she's trying to be polite, just so she doesn't really get in trouble.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to be innocent.
Yes, but it's not going to work. Mrs. Wang says, "Why didn't you take care of mac and cheese?" So take care of is a phrasal verb, okay, 3 words together. Now the take bit, you can change the verb form. So take, took, taken, taking, will take, whichever tense is right, but you still need to change the verb even when it's in a phrasal verb. Now let's look at the meaning of that phrasal verb, take care of. To take care of something or someone means to protect someone or something and provide the things that that person or thing needs. So it could be food, water, warmth, a roof, just generally looking after them and making sure they're okay. For example, Karen stayed home to take care of her sick daughter. Karen stayed home to take care of her sick daughter.
Okay, so Mrs. Wang wants to know why none of them took care of the dogs. Now, Jimmy and Timmy, they respond at the same time here. The twins go, "Paige was going to feed them." So they're trying to put the blame over on their sister.
Yep, typical brother-sister interaction. Paige, on the other hand, says, "I was busy with my homework." Yeah, so she's saying, they were supposed to. I'm busy. I'm a high school student.
Right.
We also see that Jimmy and Timmy look guilty. Their faces maybe kind of like, uh-oh. Now, if you look guilty, your face or the way you stand makes other people think you've done something wrong. Maybe if you're looking up to one side, your hands, Paige was going to do it. You know, that's pretty guilty.
Okay, well, Jimmy says, "We were busy too." And then Timmy says, "With homework." Maybe Timmy had the idea of what to say they were busy with after Jimmy said that first sentence. Now, in the picture, you can see in Jimmy and Timmy's thoughts, they're not busy doing homework, though. Even though they said they were, they lied here, they were actually busy playing computer games.
Oh dear. Now, in the article, you'll see that there are these little 3 dots kind of connecting up their speaking, and it means that when we use this, the boys are kind of talking slowly, like they're making up a story, and, you know, yeah, we were busy too.
With homework.
With homework, yes. So that kind of is another way to show that they're not telling the truth.
Right.
They're lying.
Okay, now Mrs. Wang, she doesn't like this, but she says to Paige, not Jimmy and Timmy, "Paige, you have to take responsibility too. You are the big sister." Now, we know that Paige is older, so she has more responsibility. Responsibility is a noun, and when you have responsibility, you are in charge of something. So if something goes wrong, it will be your fault and no one else's, because you are in charge. You need to take care of these things, make sure they happen. Now, here's an example sentence. "It's my responsibility to wash the dishes every night. So if I forget to do them, I get in trouble."
Yeah, now as the older sister, Paige should be responsible. Timmy and Jimmy are both young.
Right.
You know that they might not do all the jobs properly, but Paige is older, she should know better.
Right.
She's almost an adult, and if she wants to be treated like one, she needs to be responsible, which is the adjective related to responsibility. Okay, so we next see that Paige and Jimmy and Timmy all say together, "We're sorry." They know that they've done something wrong.
Right.
They have to apologize and, I guess, take whatever punishment is coming.
All right, well, they've apologized, so they know they've done something wrong, but they're not quite out of this trouble yet. Mr. Wong says, you kids need to learn about caring for pets. Now, Mr. Wong wants the kids to learn how to care for pets. When you care for something, like we learned earlier, you look after somebody or something who cannot take care of themselves. For example, Adam is sick, so his mother is staying home from work to care for him.
Make sure he's okay.
Right.
Now we see that Mr. and Mrs. Wong are giving the kids a list of jobs to do. So they've told, like, if you're going to take care of the pet, you do all of these things. And Mr. Wong actually says, you will get a prize after you finish all the jobs on the list. Okay, they have to do all of these things. If they do that, they will get a prize. Prize is a noun. It's spelled P-R-I-Z-E, prize, and it's our last word power word for the day. A prize is something that's given to someone who is successful in a competition, a race, a game, something like that. For example, Brian won the race, so he gets the prize. Brian won the race, so he gets the prize. Right, will they get that prize? We're going to have to find out tomorrow because that's the end of day 1 of our article. Now it's time for us to do our review time.
Okay, stay tuned.